The Rubik's Cube World Championships this weekend. And celebrate that, we're joined by the latest British cuber to test themselves in the competition, George Scholey. George, a very good morning to you.
Hi there, thanks for having me on. How are you doing?
Yeah, very well, thank you. First of all, congratulations on reaching the World Cup finals of Rubik's Cube.
Thank you. Yeah.
Tell us how you've been doing.
Yeah, so yesterday was the first day of the Red Bull Rubik's Cube World Cup finals. And then there was meant to be one today as well, but I unfortunately didn't make it. So I didn't make it into the top four. Today they're like knocking down from the top four to the top three, and that's obviously like the finalists, like the main people that are like winning prize money and stuff like that.
But you're in the top 5 of the world's best Rubik's cubers.
I was knocked out when it was going into the top 4. So I made it. Yeah, I made it pretty high up, but
and just to put into context, where 5th in the world puts you, you're completing the Rubik's Cube in how many seconds?
So on average I do about 6, but in the competition it was about 7. But around that.
Standards are slipping, George.
Yeah.
No, but can you just show us then?
Of course. Well, I'd love to mix it up if you want.
Okay then. I've just got to mix it up, obviously, and I'm going to do a really good mixing up job. Yeah. It's like when you shuffle cards. And then someone else has to do it. But
it actually is. It's quite similar in terms of how many combinations.
How old are you, George?
I'm 19.
You're 19, and how did you get into Rubik's cubing, considering it's a real 80s thing?
Well, it kind of formed as like an extension of like my interest in close-up magic that was about like 5-6 years ago, and like Rubik's Cube, like magic was kind of becoming a trend. So I thought, I might as well like get a Rubik's Cube, and I learned how to solve it, and I was just instantly hooked, pretty much. So I was like, okay, just going to keep on going.
So were you able to solve it quite quickly, or did you have an instant aptitude?
Yeah, I'd say definitely instant aptitude, but I wasn't actually instantly that good at it. So it took me about 4 days. Some people it can only take them like a couple of days.
The first time was 4 days?
The first time I learned how to solve it, it took me about 4 days. Right. Some people it takes them only like a couple of hours, but
I think that's shuffled enough, Paul. I know you're a thorough man, but I think that's enough now.
Here you go, then.
No worries.
Are we going to set a timer?
There you go. Wait a second. So we're just going to get you... there we go. So here's George Scholey, one of the top 5 Rubik's Cubers in the world. He's going to do what he does.
OK. So 3, 2, 1... There you go.
Oh,
wow, look at that. That is amazing.
Brilliant.
There you go.
Wow.
Wow.
And just to give some context to some surprising celeb Rubik's Cubers, the Hollywood A-lister Chris Pratt can do it in 55 seconds, which to me is absolutely amazing. Will Smith also in at 55 seconds. Justin Bieber, 84 seconds. Ryan Gosling, 16 seconds.
That's pretty good. That's
really impressive,
fast.
Isn't it?
Yeah. They're saying in my ear, should we see what Paul looks like doing a Rubik's Cube?
I'll shuffle it for you, just in the interest
How long is this programme? When's Christmas? But you were saying it does show. It shows like it can help you with your geometry, right, and stuff like that.
Like spatial awareness, cognitive skills. It can definitely build that up, and as well as just like the diligence, you have to be like just doing solves over and over and over to get better.
Persistence. Okay, is it linked to high IQ? Is it only clever people who can do this? Because that's what it's like chess. We've all watched Queen's Gambit. We're imagining you in this competition with all these sort of super bright people. Yeah. Would you say that's a fair sort of? No.
I wouldn't say so. I mean, obviously, I think so. Like, a lot of people there doing like computer science or maths or something. But I'm in the arts. I'm doing English at university, which I think is quite unconventional.
Yeah.
I don't think you need a particular brain. You just need the diligence. Just keep on solving.
Can it help with arts as well? Do you know?
I don't know what relevance it has to it, what pertinence it has, but I mean, I think it's just more about the mindset rather than actual like IQ or.
Yeah, well, for some people like Paul, who will spend the rest of the show trying to fix it unsuccessfully, it spreads beyond trying to complete it into sort of like party costumes and outfits and things like that. I think Paul Hawkins has been an obsession with the Rubik's Cube.
Hang on a second.
Who's that?
Where did that appear from? I'm a serious journalist. Thank you.
Any more, Mike? There he is, young whippersnapper.
Those were taken. There I am with Freddie and Rocky in the background, as you can see.
Such an 80s fan, aren't you, Paul?
There you go. Yeah, that's the closest I've ever got. I made that Rubik's Cube outfit, actually, and that's the closest I'll ever get to fixing look, I didn't even solve the Rubik's Cube I'm wearing.
He's got punched in the face.
So, yeah, anyway. Yeah.
Right, so talk us through what the benefits are to Rubik's cubing, because for someone like me, I'll get bored after a few minutes and I'll give up. Actually, it would be really good for lots of health reasons.
Yeah, I think also like stress as well. It's kind of like if you're over stressed, it's the dexterity, it's something to do with your hands. Actually, one of the best in the world right now, Max Park, he's autistic, and he has his motor skills were like massively improved from it.
Wow.
So that's actually really amazing.
So it can be quite therapeutic then. It can really help.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean, I personally didn't have any like problems and stuff like that, but like prior to solving it. But I think it's just a great skill to have.
Well, they say, don't they, if you do a crossword a day, then you can stave off dementia. I sense that if you're using your brain like this, it's going to have those kinds. I mean, I'm no scientist.
Well, I might get RSL
Yeah.
Do you know what? You know how like the 100 metres world record, there must be a limit to how fast a man can run, right? So it's 10 seconds, 9, 8, but there will be a limit. What's the absolute fastest, do you think? I mean, could they get down to like 5 seconds?
So my best, I've got loads of threes. So I've got a few threes.
How can you do that in 3?
So it comes down to luck. So obviously, I don't know if you know, but when you scramble a Rubik's Cube, chances are that scramble's never been seen by anyone in the world. It has so many different combinations. It has 43 followed by 19 zeros. It has that many combinations. So it means that like every time I do it, I'll get a different solution. It means you can get unlucky scrambles or lucky scrambles. Yeah. So I've got lucky scrambles before that have resulted in like a 23 move solution or something like that, which means if I'm turning at a decent speed, I can do it in like 3 seconds.
That's amazing.
And then maybe 2 at some point, or maybe 1.
And you're studying art at the moment. Can you turn this into a profession once you finish university?
So I'm loving like the media appearances that I'm doing at the moment, like this, which is obviously a great experience. I'm an ambassador for the Rubik's brand, which is also another great thing that I have. And yeah, I mean, I'd love to see where it takes me. But yeah, I'm doing a degree to just have a degree under my belt in case I need it later on. But yeah, I'm loving doing it.
Yeah, and I guess it also helps to fund uni as well, right? Being an ambassador as well, yeah.
Oh, I mean, who knew Red Bull sponsored Rubik's Cube's World Championship?
I know,
it's obviously a big
such
deal.
a niche, like it's such a niche, but it's actually a massive community out there, which is really cool.
Yeah. That's amazing. And do we call it a sport? Speed cubing, is it a sport?
That's up for interpretation.
Interesting.
I personally wouldn't call it. I think it's a sport in the same way chess is a sport.
Interesting. Is this your personal Rubik's Cube? Is this like your lucky one that you take everywhere? Or do you have different ones?
I mean, I have loads, but that's what I competed with yesterday. But it's
Can you still do it on the mini ones? My kids have got mini.
You can do it mini
ones. A bit harder, a bit slower.
Yeah. So actually, as well, like that one's like obviously 9 stickers on each side. You can have ones up from 2x2, 4 stickers on each side, which is obviously kind of easier, all the way up to like 7x7, 49 on each side.
So you've got it all, and you don't have a fancy dress Rubik's Cube outfit?
I don't. I considered it for one Halloween one.
Just you, Paul. Just you, Paul.